Do you want to get more customers for your jewelry brand, but even after months of advertising, you have zero customers? I've been a media buyer for over 2.5 years already and generated over $100,000 a month in jewelry sales for specifically jewelry brands. And these are the three types of ads that I have seen work the best for generating an enormous amount of traffic for your shop and getting jewelry sales. The first ad that works the best and that I have seen everyone use and works best for when we run ads for jewelry brands is the plain and simple image ad. This either can be sort of these sort of images that have nothing but the jewelry piece on them. Now, there are a couple of nuances to this that I will talk about a little later on, but it's just plain and simple. They put a jewelry in front of you. That's it, right? A jewelry piece in front of you. Now, it can also be something like this, where you have the jewelry image, plain and simple, but you have an offer, right? Any 5 pieces, first part of the offer, 70% off. It is above 50%, which means it will elicit a change of behavior. So, for example, if you're trying to have something off and you just have like 10% off, 20% off, we haven't seen that does any sort of difference at all, right? So, huge illicit, like when you want to make people click your ad, make people buy your ad, you have to go 50% off. Now, there's a structure to it. Obviously, you will have an upsell, a cross sale, a downsell, a cross sell. You will have a way to get the referrals out of them, right? So that 7% would be 100% worth, right? Especially you're selling really expensive stuff. You want that, all right? So that, and then you have urgency, right? Last days of the sale. So you have that sort of offer headline embedded into the ad, right? I will show you how to do this just using one of these simple ads and create a billion, a trillion ads out of one simple image. And so that you can do that and get a bunch of traffic for your own business later on in the video. All right. So these are the first. Now, huge jewelry brands normally have around 20 to 25% of all the ads that they run, and they run thousands of ads, allocated to just image ads, plain simple image ads, right? Like these, all right? So just to give you an idea. Now, let's talk about the other ads that have actually done very well, real ads. So for example, big brands like, for example, Cartier, they do real ads like these, right?
In 1904, Louis Cartier revolutionizes the world of watchmaking. He imagines the first watch specifically designed to be worn on the wrist, inspired by his friend the aviator Alberto Santos Dumont, so he could read the time while flying. The new creation would carry on both their names, Santos de Cartier. It was pioneering, a square case with rounded angles and integrated lugs, not the traditional circle, visible screws that become a signature code for the Maison. Doubly daring, both decorative and functional, an echo of their era and the Eiffel Tower. Santos was not just an aesthetic revolution, but a social transformation. It innovated for a modern world, combining yellow gold and stainless steel, playing with the shape and size of case, dial, and winding crown, curving the case to the wrist, adding discrete complications, refined skeleton movements, a nod to the world of aviation. From bold beginnings, Santos has carried on this legacy for over a century.
So they run that.
In 1904, Louis Cartier.
They run those sort of ads. Now, it's good to keep in mind is that market cap of Cartier. Well, they're not a publicly traded company, but we'll see the market cap. 103 billion to 116 billion US dollars. Now, the parent company, that's Richemont, market cap at the Swiss exchange is roughly 91.48 billion Swiss francs or something. I don't know. But it's around 103 billion US dollars, at least the parent company, right? So this is $1 billion company. Now, it's good to understand that this is an awareness campaign, all right? This is not much of a direct marketing campaign. It's an awareness campaign. So when you go ahead, for example, as a jewelry brand owner and see these sort of reels and say, oh my God, I have to create these sort of reels. That's not really what you're supposed to do. What we have seen, in fact, is that reels that are extremely low quality, just have spectacular visual hooks, work the best. What do I mean by this? Let me show you. All right. So if we go here and we go to all the trending TikTok ads, which are very, very good. By the way, TikTok as advertisement for targeting stuff, not the best. Meta is by far the best one. But the creatives, the actual ads, the videos, the reels on TikTok are absolutely spectacular. And you can grab that and put that on Instagram. You can grab that and put up that on Facebook. And we have seen that it works really, really well. So let's go through it. Ads that sort of have a huge visual hook like this, that's a visual hook, get sales because they generate an enormous amount of traffic that you're able to convert into sales. So these are the sort of ads that we really want to be copying as jewelry brand owners, specifically local jewelry brand owners, right? I'll click on it and you'll see.
The sun is gold. I like gold.
All right. It's kind of stupid, all right? But if you have a visual hook, like if you just delete all the stupid words and stuff like that, but if you have a visual hook, all right, you will generate an enormous amount of traffic. All right. Let's keep on going. There are, for example, ads like these ones that just plain show you. You guys remember the image ads, right? This is just, they are just showing you the jewelry. These sort of reels that just the first stuff and the only thing in their ads is just like a moving cell phone camera in front of a unpacked jewelry box. They kill. They get hundreds of leads within days, right? So these work very well. These sort of unboxing videos, like for example, these ones, but more close up, is not working. All right, it's not working, but there we go. These sort of things, they work really, really well. Really, really well. They get an enormous amount of leads. You can kind of probably expect, for example, to have one campaign, have a bunch of ads in that one campaign, right? Ad number 1, ad number 2, ad number 3 times, let's say 30. You would be expecting to get hundreds of leads the first day. First day not up running the ad obviously takes around 24 hours. So wait 24 hours, right? And then you'll start getting leads, all right? With, again, a relatively decent spend, ad spend. It's not going to be $10,000. It's not $5,000. It's not. You'll get 100 leads. Basically, spending around, if you do it right, obviously, if the targeting is correct, if the structure is correct, if the variations of the creative is there, you should get around 600. You should get a bunch of leads for like $600. And if you don't have $600, that's fine. You can use less. You'll just get less, but it's still hundreds. Like, it's not like, oh, I'm going to get 10 leads. Shit. Like, that's with Google. You get 10 leads with Google. That's shit. But with Facebook ads, I mean, it's an enormous amount of cold traffic, right? So, again, by the way, this is whether you're an e-commerce shop owner or you have a physical store or you have many physical stores. Like, regardless, Facebook works, right? So, first type of ad, this type of ad. Plain simple image ad. Second type of ad, low budget reel with visual hooks, sort of like this, right? Sort of like this, right? Very much like this, very, very much like this, very much like this, very much like this, all right? I don't know if, to be honest with you, I haven't run one of those. I've run a lot of these, but anyway, those are the sort of, that's the second type of ad, low budget. Take your cell phone, open the box of jewelry, move around with the jewelry, have it in different angles, and you can also speak. You can also have a written hook, like women in Stockholm. We are looking for 5 women in Stockholm to get the dream wedding ring made just for them. That's a sort of, you're able to say that either in a background with an audio, or you could just say it plainly, or you could pose with, again, by the way, and this sort of stuff, Always women in the ads. All right. Always women in the ads. You get more leads and you get cheaper leads. So, second type of ad. The third type of ad is honestly the first type of ad, just in carousel. So, for example, let me just show you. Like, for example, look at this. Look at this. Great example. You see, maybe you guys don't see this. So these sort of ads, these are image ads. All right. These are image ads, and you can just click like that, and it's carousel. They are many photos. Now this carousel, what has 4 ads, 4 images, 1, 2, 3 images. It's a very small ad, but a very small carousel. But you can make carousels that are huge, right? You can make carousels that are like, oh my god, six of them pasted together, and you can have. So, for example, you can have one ad just made in different ways on the same carousel, and those convert very, very well. Obviously, if your landing page is decent, or if it's very easy to give you the contact info, you're going to convert people. You're going to get leads. All right. So how do we do this? You guys remember at the beginning of the video, I told you guys that you would be able to grab one single image, one single either winning ad or winning post, or just an image of your of a jewelry item of yours, and you can convert them. You can just zillion them out. You can make 100,000 ads based off one image. I'll just show you how to do that right now. All right. So, all right. So let's go to Canva. Canva is a software, a photo editing software, video editing software. Is the most user friendly, right? It's the easiest to click around and to see a lot of drag and drops tools and stuff like that. So if you're not good at technology, you can use Canva. All right. So what I'm going to do is just click on the grid view here, and you can see that I grabbed one image, right? And then I just zillion them out. Look at all of these ads, right? Now, these are very few ads, to be honest with you, because I tested one headline. Now, you can have 50 headlines that you want to test on one image, and that's perfect, all right? So the headline that I was testing was Dream Wedding Ring. Super, super simple. Now, the reason we do super simple stuff like headlines and stuff is that we used to test, for example, entire offers on headlines. So, for example, we used to do like this, right? We used to grab this, add our headline here, right? So, add our headline, and we used to do location. So, the location of the ad. So, for example, we used to do in Stockholm, Sweden. Obviously, if you're in New York, you get New York City, you Manhattan, Brooklyn, whatever, right? If you're in LA, you do whatever. I don't know. But wherever you are in LA is the local area. Sydney, Melbourne, Berlin, wherever you are, you do that there. London City, wherever you are, right? You just do the local area. So, for example, for us was Stockholm City, right? That's what we used to do. You have to make it way more clear. Make it clear, or let's make it white. Let's reduce the size of it. Let's put it back. Stockholm City, and then we would put. We'll just duplicate that one, and then we would put target market. Ladies wanted. I know it sounds weird, but it used to get an enormous amount of leads. Ladies wanted, you could put in feminine color. Now, the reason I say feminine is because it works. Like you put pink on a ad full of females, it works. You put blue on an ad or black on an ad full of dudes, it works. Right? You put pink on an ad of dudes, it doesn't work. You put black on an ad of women, actually black works pretty well. You put blue on an ad of women, it doesn't work. All right. So this is just data that I have collected through many couple of years. Right. So you have ladies wanted, and then you put it, let's say, pink. All right, fine. Ladies wanted, and then you would have the offer. So you would have, for example, 40-minute dream wedding ring consultation. And I'll just copy this, copy style, paste style. Right, there we go. And then you would just have that. And obviously you would make this very clear. Like, for example, you would go to effects, you would go to outline, you'd choose an outline, you'll choose black, obviously. You will, sorry. You choose thickness and you drag the thickness pretty long so that people can see the actual offer, right? And then you just copy the style, paste the style, right? And that's it. Everyone numbs the wiser, right? You can also go here for the ladies who want to do the exact same thing. Go to click on outline and then click on white, different, and then thickness, boom, right? And we used to do these sort of ads. Now, the reason that we stopped doing these ads is that I used to do these ads and they used to work so well, right? But then I just understood now with the new meta is that it doesn't really matter that much the style of the ad. The only thing that matters is the volume. Now, obviously, the style of the ad matters, right? But it doesn't matter 80% anymore. 80% is the volume, the amount of ads that you're running, all right? So that's why we have these sort of things, this sort of grab one ad, winning ad, and just duplicate the shit out, right? Because this, like, look at it, it's the same image as this one. The same image as this one. You can do this all with internet, by the way. You don't actually have to have the backgrounds, the lighting, the different type of background, this little beautiful golden stuff there. Like, you don't need to have that. You can do it all on the internet. And if you want to grab a winning post, a winning ad, you want to see what the competitors are doing and grab those winning ads and then zillion them out for your jewelry business so that 10 people, 100 people a day can actually walk into your shops, buy your jewelry and make a bunch of jewelry sales for high prices and get those people to refer 3 other people and then get those same people to come back again and again, grow your jewelry brand. Click the link in the description of this video and I will show you click by click exactly how to do that.